run into people regularly that are invested in Solana or Cardano or XRP. And when I ask the question why, they can't seem to come up with an investment thesis. The investment thesis always falls apart. So let me run a dry run of a couple of them with you. So Solana typically goes, well, I think smart contracts are a big deal. Okay, plausibly. And then when I ask what people are going to use, smart contracts for, you typically end up in some sort of infinite loop where it's like, well, they're going to use them for a lending platform so that they can do staking, so that they can do yield farming, so that they can do more staking, so that they can do more borrowing for more yield farming and more staking. And when I ask why anybody would actually want to do any of those things, the answer is always so that they can do the other things, so that they can get more of the token. And I'm like, this is always going to end. If someone somewhere is not doing something valuable with this token, and it's just this sort of circular economy where people are borrowing against the token so that they can do yield farming and staking, and they do more yield farming so they can do more staking, they do more staking so they can do more yield farming, and it's round and round and round. Well, that's probably going to zero because someone somewhere is going to have to be doing something valuable. Cardano seems to just be losing. I don't see a way that Cardano makes a breakout the way Solana has. Nobody has articulated to me, and I've had a couple people try, why Cardano is valuable. You end up with there just isn't an investment thesis. Like, what is the underlying value of Cardano? Why will it not be outcompeted? Why does the world really need Cardano? It's just round and round and round. So XRP I've talked about before, but I'll briefly talk about it here. Huge problem there with an investment thesis, which is it typically goes like this. Why are you invested in XRP? The answer is, well, because Ripple Labs is doing interbank transfers and international remittances. Well, I'm like, okay, international remittances and interbank transfers are valuable, but why is XRP valuable? Well, because Ripple Labs is the one that does that. Oh, well, okay, Ripple Labs is behind the XRP token, but you're telling me why Ripple Labs is valuable. You're not telling me why the XRP token is valuable, because the XRP token does not represent ownership in Ripple Labs. It's just a token. So you end up with this, but you basically find out very quickly that almost nobody who owns XRP has a coherent investment thesis on why the XRP token is valuable. It all comes down to either they own it because they think the number's going to go up, which is not an investment thesis, or if you think it is, it's a bad investment thesis, or they think it's valuable because of international remittances and interbank transfers based on Ripple Labs. But again, the XRP token does not give you ownership in Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs can be wildly successful while the XRP token goes to zero. The two are independent of each other.